Hi everyone, Tara of Queen Bee Homestead here, and today I am going to be hiving my 5 new nucs. Last year I had gotten packages. This year I'm trying nucs because they have a bit of a head start. So let's go. Okay, I'm going to start with this one on the end. Jeez, I can see myself in the camera. I barely fit in this thing anymore. 6 months pregnant, I mean. No, 6 and a half. I'm going to open these girls up. Look at all those bees. Wow, that is a full nuke. Awesome. They're going to be happy to have more room. And the first thing with nucs is you want to be really careful because the queen is in there somewhere. She's not caged like with a package. There are so many bees in here. So this was an edge frame, nice and empty. You want them to have some space or else they might swarm on you. And I always take an edge frame first because that's the least likely where the queen's going to be. And it's the hardest one to get out is the first one. I have a bee crawling up my leg. All right, now we're getting into some brood. Oh, I see the queen. Queen's on this frame. Mm-hmm. I think I just got stung in the armpit. All right, hubby just went to go get me my leg guards because I had to crawl up my pant leg and at one point just, you know, sting me in the armpit. So it's because I squished her a little bit. My fault. Beekeeping. You're gonna get stung sometimes. Oh, chill. And that right there is a feeder. All right, now I won't have bees crawling up my pants. Okay, and then sometimes in your nucs or packages, you're gonna get something that looks like this. Try not to touch it with your hands. It is a chemical strip. It's for taking care of mites, which is a good thing. But I just, see how I just picked it up with my thing here, and I'll clean that later too. I'm just gonna put it over in my trash pile. And I'll leave this out here just so that the rest of them that are kind of stuck in here can crawl out. These things are a little heavy. And then of course you're going to need some of your own frames too. You can start with ones that are just foundation. I'm using these because I have nice empty brood comb. And I do start them with only one deep. Since these are so established, in about a week I'm going to come back and put another deep with frames on it. But for now we're going to start with one. I find with these feeder frames, they tend to take up more space than one frame, but not as much as two frames. So you cannot get your 10th frame in there, which really irritates me, but there was tons of bees in this feeder and I didn't want to get rid of it. So for this hive, I'm going to leave it in and see how that goes, how bad it gets. For the other hives, I'm going to leave the feeder in the wooden box and hope that the bees come into their home, and then I can remove it. We're going to see which way works better. That's one hive done. Well, they've packed a lot of nectar in here already. And they're a little more feisty than the last one. But it might be because it's getting a little chillier out. It's not cold, but not as warm as it was. Man, they're really bombing me. These guys are not happy. Uh-oh, it's starting to rain. Intermission. Okay, stopped raining and I'm back. It really wasn't supposed to rain today. These bees are probably going to be so angry at me. Now I know I have the queen in the box. That's one of the reasons I look so hard, because I don't want her to be left in this nuke box. As you can see, there's still quite a few bees in there that are not happy with me because their feet are moved. So I'm just going to leave these outside for a couple days, and hopefully all the honeybees will move into the hive with the queen. They tend to follow the scent of the queen, they know, so we should be good. So this hive, if you recall, was our mystery hive, and what had happened was they either had a virgin queen or no queen at all, and they simply just slowly died off because none of the bees were being replaced. It was just a really odd one because they were so calm. Usually when a hive is queenless, they will just be super aggressive. They won't be happy with you at all. So it was a weird one, but it was either virgin queen or queenless. So sometimes what you'll see on a frame is a little cup like this. It's called a queen cup. It's what they would use to raise a new queen. I did look in it, and there is no larva, which means it's just like a practice cell. So the queen never laid an egg in that hole. It's just, they just make them sometimes. They'll end up tearing it down. Queen. So this hive by far was the best with brood. They had the most brood, more than the other two. So, and she was a big fat queen, so I got high hopes for this hive. There you are, Your Majesty. All right. Finally found the queen on that one. She was on the very last frame. Okay, last one. All right, guys, as always, thank you for watching. The bees were kind of bombing me over there. They weren't too happy with me, so I decided to give a little new area for my closing words by the goats. Kaz is the only one that wants to be over here right now. The others are eyeballing me. But yeah, we've done nukes before, but we normally would do packages. And since we haven't had much luck with packages surviving the winter too well, we decided that we were going to go with nukes this year. Now, a nuke stands for nucleus colony, and that just means that it is a small hive. It's got a queen, brood, some stores, and when they send it to you, it usually also has a feeder in with it, which these did. Ours were 5-frame nukes with a feeder as well. Sometimes you'll get a 5-frame nuke and one of those frames actually is the feeder. So you'll need to also have 6 instead of, let me do pregnant math. You'll need to have 6 instead of 5 frames to add to your hive, which is okay. It's just something to be aware of. If you're brand new and you don't have enough frames, that could be a problem. But I do like nukes. They were all really nice and strong. We had a little issue with the rain, of course, that wasn't supposed to happen. But we got it all done, and all the queens look good. I did see every queen, and they were just totally full. Next week, for sure, I will be putting that second deep on them, and then I might even be putting supers on them, which is how we collect honey from the bees. They're just smaller hive boxes. We call them supers. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with these nukes. I hope that they do really well for us and we get a lot of honey this year. Well, thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.